Functions are one of the most important parts of Swift. Functions make our job easier as programmers and they make our code shorter. They really are the best of both worlds. Functions give us the ability to do the same task over and over. With functions, we can create an action and then repeat it. One such action would be going to the store. We don't want to give the same directions every time, right? In this example, we have a robot with a function called go to the store. Don't worry about the code inside the function for now, we'll get to it in a few screens. The function name is written in plain English. Your functions should always have a name that indicates what they do. This function tells the robot to go to the store. That's pretty easy, right? We could already do that normally with code, so what's different? Well, functions are advantageous as we can call them whenever we want to repeat the action. Calling a function means that we write its name in a line of code and then the action runs. This is an example of calling a function. We are telling the computer to run the go to the store action again. Don't forget the parentheses, we'll get to know why you need them in the next subtopic. Let's take a look inside the function now. We're going to write this in pseudocode, which is an English version of what the code does. Inside the go to the store function there are directions to go to the store. We only have to write this one time and then we can send our robot to the store whenever we need. When we look at our function, we can see that there are a number of moving parts inside it. Our function go to the store has 3 actions inside. First it tells the robot to leave the house. Then it tells the robot to walk 1,000 feet down Main Street. Finally it instructs the robot to take a right at the store. This is what the function we just wrote would look like when we made it. The inside of the function would normally be written with code, but for this example plain English is fine. Now we're seeing some new parts when we look at our function, let's break them down. We see the func keyword first. You always need to write func before you create a function. So far we write func and then the function name just like this. Let's look at the rest. Let's look at the rest. We need to place parentheses after the function. Later we can place things inside the parentheses, but for basic functions we don't need to. For the last step, we need to open up some curly brackets. These ones if you're not sure. Inside these curly brackets you place your code. Make sure you place them in where we put them in the example. Misplacing these curly brackets is one of the most common errors developers tend to make. Remember how we said we could put something inside of the parentheses? Well, this is used to bring parameters into a function. Parameters let us tell the function what we want. These parameters give us, the programmers, more control over what our function does. Maybe we want to tell the robot to go pick up some milk at the store. This way we simply place milk inside the parentheses and our robot does the action. Let's take a look on how we would write it. We put what we need inside of the parentheses so the function can use it. Without this, the function wouldn't know what we want to get. Inside the function, we would write a line of code to go get milk. The function can tell what the grocery item is because we put milk in the parentheses. The grocery item was to be replaced with the word milk. When we write our parameters using the Swift language, we need to let Swift know what collection type we're using. Milk is a string, so we would put a string inside. If we had a number, we would use int. In Swift, we would write the following. This way the computer knows we're giving it a string. It works just like a pass in basketball. We are giving the function the grocery item we need. Let's look at an example. Go to the store milk, string. When we call the function, we tell it what the parameter is. We don't let it know when we create it, but only when we call it. This way we can get a new ingredient every time we send our robot to the store. Who knows, maybe next time we need apples. Great work! You're just about to complete the first Swift course. In this topic, we tried to cover functions, a vital part of the programming language. Thanks for taking the course. You're one step closer to becoming a full-time iOS developer. Next, take a look at our iOS course.